Hi there. Okay, so we are going to show you guys how to do a mock membership overview. Sometimes people call this a wellness consult. This is what you're doing after somebody has ordered oils from you, and you want to teach them how to get onto their account, if they have roller bottles that need to be made, and you just really want to navigate them through the welcome guide. That's the whole purpose of this, is to get them comfortable using what they got, but also showing them what they can use for other health needs. And we have all of that in this welcome guide that our team created. So this is exclusive just to our team. doTERRA did not create this. And this is what sets us apart from other teams, is that we have saved our customers so much time and put everything all in one place for free for them. So they don't have to go buy a book or an app. They don't have to spend hours online trying to figure out how to use these things. We are here to help them. So make sure they have this welcome guide. You have access to this in our team's files. If you don't know where it is, just reach out to your mentor. And you want to make sure that you're sending this to them in a welcome email right after they enroll. You should already have an example of a welcome email from your mentor. If you don't, ask for that. And this is where you would attach the most recent welcome guide for them. So here are some notes for the membership overview. I will have shared this with you if you are on my team. If you're needing this, please reach out and we can make sure you get it. But it's kind of what I use as my checklist every time I meet with somebody. Now, right now, we're going to just do this virtually. I do a ton of membership overviews over the phone. You can also do it in person. Just know, if you're doing it in person, it's going to go a lot longer than 40 to 45 minutes because you're just having that human interaction. You get to chatting, that sort of thing. So 45 minutes is what I give myself when I'm doing it over the phone. So this is something you've already scheduled. So what I do is when I enroll somebody, right after I enroll them, I schedule them right there for the membership overview a week out. So I say, okay, you're going to get your oils in about a week. And I'd love to hop on the phone and teach you how to use them. We're going to create a regimen for you. I'm going to send you a welcome book. I want you to print it if you can. If you can't, just have it pulled up when we chat. And this is where I'm going to teach you how to get onto your account and how to save some money for future orders. Usually it takes about 45 minutes. Are you free this time next week? Typically people are free at the same time each week. So have a couple times in your mind that you can offer them. Get it on the books right away. So make sure you text them as a reminder before you have this membership overview and you say, hey, can't wait to chat with you tomorrow. Just make sure you've got these things. Do you have your welcome guide? Do you have your oils? Do you have your fractionated coconut oil? I send a welcome gift, so I make sure that they've had that because I send empty roller bottles and teach them how to use it over the phone. And then make sure they have access to a computer or an iPad and that they're already logged into their account. So when they first get their account, they have to do this one-time verification for security reasons, where doTERRA is going to send them a code and they have to enter that code in one time. So you want to make sure that, to save time for everyone, that they've already done this. Now, some people just need a little bit of help with this. So for the sake of this video, we're just going to assume that this person, who is Pat, she's my customer and she has already figured it out and logged in and done her homework. Okay, so hi Pat, thank you so much for hopping on the phone with me. I can't wait to get you started using your oils. I'm gonna just go over what we're gonna do today. It's gonna take about 45 minutes. Do you still have that kind of time?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So did you get that welcome guide that I emailed you?
I did, thank you.
Okay, did you have a chance to print it?
I did last night.
Okay, perfect. You're such a good student. I love it. Okay, so on that welcome guide, you're going to see a page that says Wellness Consults, and I believe it's towards the back, and I want to make sure that you can see which one I'm talking about here. If you go to page 13, do you see on my screen right here, this is the form I'm talking about. I would
Yes.
love it if you could just write down your top 3 health priorities right now, and remind me again what those are.
I have a lot of digestive issues.
Okay. And so while she's telling me, I am either taking notes on my computer. And so if you have a Mac, this comes in really handy to create a new note, right? So I say Pat Johnson, top 3, and I tell her, Pat, I'm going to be typing out some of these so I don't forget what your health concerns are. So if it looks like I'm not paying attention or I'm doing something else, I'm not. I'm just writing all about you. Okay, so you said digestion.
Yes.
And then what was your other one?
Allergies.
Allergies. Like, are you talking like food allergies or springtime, like air stuff?
More seasonal.
Okay, seasonal. And then what would you say your last one is?
Aches and pains and arthritis.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so go ahead and write those down as your top 3 health priorities, and then we're going to come back to this page and you're going to fill this in. And so if you hadn't had a chance to print this, I have a lot of people that don't have printers or they have issues like that. I just tell them, have it up on your screen, or if we're doing it virtually like this, I'm sharing my screen with you. I just want to make sure that they have somewhere that they can write it down. So sometimes people write it down in a notebook, or they might be super nerdy like me and prefer to type everything, and that's totally cool too. Okay, so I am just going to go over real quick what we are going to be doing today. So you've got your health goals written down. We're going to review them. I'm going to teach you how to use what you got. And if you are interested in making a roller bottle, that's a really easy way to have your oils on the go. And I'm going to teach you how to do that because I sent you those. Did you get those?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
perfect. Do you have them handy?
I can get them. They're right over
Okay,
there.
perfect. So we're going to grab those, and then I'm going to teach you how to get onto your account, because there's 2 different ways that you can order, and sometimes people get really confused by this, and I just want to make sure that I walk you through it. And I'm going to go over how you can get some free oils too, and possibly some extra income. Okay, so the first part, when we review the welcome guide, it's only going to take about 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and start. So you can see my notes right here. This is for the builder, just a little message to them. You can have this kind of printed out next to you so you can kind of look at it. You don't have to physically share this with your customer because you might feel awkward about that. I'm just showing you for the video for the purpose to know that it's there. So when I'm showing this, sometimes I don't even do a lot of Zooms, to be honest with you, but it is a great way to show people visually. I just kind of walk people through it during phone calls a lot. So I am going to point out the how to use the oils page, because I think that is super important that everyone knows that. So when you first get your welcome guide, you're going to see it tells you the basics, like here's doTERRA's customer service. We have some short videos called Oil Camp that are self-paced, and they teach you how to use the top 10 oils. We have a Facebook group. Now, have you gotten a chance? I also sent this in my welcome email. Are you on Facebook?
I am.
Okay. Did you get a chance to add yourself to that group?
I did last night.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because this is another really great resource. We have continuing ed on there. We've got some giveaways from time to time. And if you're not on Facebook, that's okay too, because we do have everything like Oil Camp in a different format. So my information, if you want to write it down right here, I'm going to go ahead and give that to you now. My email is essentially kj@gmail.com, and my cell phone is 415-235-8554. If you need to get a hold of me, those are the 2 best ways. Now, I might not always respond right away because I work from home, and I've got 2 tiny little girls who are very needy. And so I try to have a balance with work and life. So I will definitely get back to you within 24 hours, or if I'm on vacation, I try to give everyone a heads up beforehand. So the first page here, excuse me, is called Your Oils at a Glance. This is something for you to just review on your own time. It's going over the top oils. And remind me again which kit you got.
I got the Healthy Start kit with the diffuser and the oils.
Okay, so that is the one that has the smaller size top 10 oils. Is that right?
Right.
With the diffuser. Okay, that is a really popular starter kit. So I'm glad you got that one, because diffusing is key. Have you had a chance to open any of the oils or anything yet?
I did. I tried that On Guard.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice.
Yeah, what did you think? Did you like the smell?
I did. It reminds me of my grandmother.
Yeah. It reminds me of Christmas because of that cinnamon and the wild orange, or like holidays. And it actually, if you Add peppermint to it. It's got a really nice scent, or I like On Guard with lemon too. And you have both of those in your kit, so I highly recommend that. But that's really good to have going all the time because it's super great for your immune system. So I'm going to take you to the next page in your welcome guide on how to use your oils, because I really want to make sure we cover the safety stuff. A lot of people get really excited about using their oils and they forget some of the stuff that they might have learned already. And the first thing, especially this time of year, because it is summertime, that I want to go over is the safety of not using certain citrus oils in the sun. So in that green box on the top right-hand corner, you're going to see it says avoid UV rays for up to 12 hours after applying citrus oils because they're photosensitive. So what that means is that not all citrus oils are photosensitive, but we're just going to go ahead and say they are for just making it easier, because most are. If you were to put lemon oil or bergamot, for example, and you just love the smell of it and you put it in your lotion and you went outside to the beach, you would burn. Sometimes I have people that wear that diffuser jewelry and they love like citrus bliss, and they'll put that on there because it smells so good, and then they forget and they go for a walk and then they'll have like a little small burn mark from where the oil was from the sun. So I just want to make sure to heads up on that, especially during summer months, or if you live, I know that you live in Florida, and so you probably are out in the sun all the time. So for those types of oils, I just put them in places where the sun doesn't usually see it. So like inside the wrists, or if I have my hair down, I try to make a note for that. But those are also, citrus oils are really great for putting in your water, and we're going to go over that. So the 3 different ways to use it, the reminders are right here. Aromatically is smell, topically is skin, and internally is taste. So real quick, doTERRA's oils are amazing because of their quality and their effectiveness, and what sets them apart is their testing and their efficacy. So they are so powerful and so pure that you can take a lot of them internally. Now, this is the only advice I give, is this is for just doTERRA oils. This does not apply to if you have another brand in your house, or you have a friend who says, oh, I'm going to use, your information. Please don't apply this to other brands because they are not the same thing. So the way to know if you use the oils in your water is you're going to look at the bottle and it will say supplement facts. I'm trying to see if I have a bottle around here to show you, but just like a vitamin bottle, it says supplement facts and it will say that. That's your first indicator. If you read the fine print, it will say for dietary use. So one of the popular ways that people use lemon oil is in their water. They'll do 1 or 2 drops, and just make sure you're not using plastic. And the reason for that is it will stay on the plastic and it will slowly break it down. I made a huge mistake when I first started using oils. I just put lemon oil in my Nalgene bottle and I kept washing it, and my water still smelled and tasted like lemon. And so we want to use glass or stainless steel, and it's just safer for us all around anyways. Now, right below is the dilution guide. And this is something you're going to reference all the time. And you just look up the age of the person that you are using the oils on, and then you're going to figure out how many drops of essential oil to use for them. So do you have anyone in your house that, like small children or anyone that you might be using the oils on?
My grandchildren when they visit.
Okay, so that's a perfect example. So for you, you would be in the 12 plus years category, right? So anyone over 12, if you make a roller bottle, you can have up to 40 drops. If your grandchildren come to visit and they are between the ages of 1 and 5, you can see do you see how it says 6 to 15 drops next to it? That just means that if you're using a 10 milliliter roller bottle, which is the size that I sent you, that's the most common size, you're going to fill the maximum amount of drops of essential oil would be 15 for them. Now, if you see a recipe and it calls for 3 different oils, you're just going to divide that by 15. So you would do 5 of, like, for example, if you were to make the Owie roller bottle, which is very common in our household, that is frankincense, tea tree, and lavender. So you just do 5 drops of each. You fill the rest with the fractionated coconut oil. So if you see anywhere where it says like FCO and you're trying to figure out what that means, that stands for fractionated coconut oil. If you're using it out of your hand, that's where you look on the right-hand side where it says single use from bottle. And you just put, for a child, 1 or 2 drops of the essential oil, and then you do about a teaspoon of the carrier oil. You mix it up and you put it on the area of need. Now, when you're using your diffuser, you do not need to use fractionated coconut oil. Your diffuser is just water and essential oils, and you really can't go wrong. People get nervous, like, did I do it right? If you just fill it up to the red line and then you put whatever oils in there that you want to smell, if you like it, great, keep it going. If it's something that you don't like, I tell people dump it in your toilet, add some baking soda and vinegar, and you just cleaned your toilet. so you're not wasting your oils. So the next page is the roller recipes. These are the most common ones. Do you see any on there that are standing out to you that might suit your needs that we can make together?
Oh my, well, maybe that pain balm, that looks interesting.
Yeah, so you had said, I'm going to pull up my notes here real quick. So you had said your top 3 health goals are digestion, allergies, aches, and pain. So there's actually all 3 of these on this page for you, which is kind of great. So you might want to write down on your wellness consult page to reference back to all of these roller recipes, which are on page 5. So this is the benefit to you, is that you printed this. So this is going to become like your resource, your book that you can go back to all the time. Now I sent you, I think I sent you 4 roller bottles. So we're just going to make one together today, and then you can go back and make some of these other ones. And then if you're interested in ordering more, which I highly recommend, you can see right above this where it says buy supplies and other accessories at doTERRA, Oil Life, or Aroma Tools. Those are our top 3 that we choose. You can find roller bottles on there. And I usually order my roller bottles. I love doTERRA's because they don't leak and they have the metal roller. I use those for travel a lot. And then I just get a similar version on Amazon in bulk. So I kind of go back and forth, but I will say that doTERRA's roller bottles are the best quality I've seen. Okay, so down below, you'll see there's some spray bottles. Now these are for a 2-ounce spray bottle. Also, you can get those on Amazon too. These are glass, and you can pre-make some of these too, and they all have different directions. If you get a 1-ounce spray bottle, which is the same size as that On Guard sanitizing spray. So a lot of times people, when that becomes empty, they will reuse, they take the label off, and they will reuse that bottle to make some of these sprays. You can actually buy those 30 milliliter spray bottles on doTERRA as well. They sell them in 3 packs. So, which you said you wanted to try the pain balm. Okay, so I'm gonna have you go ahead and grab that roller bottle, and I'm gonna have you get your oils and your fractionated coconut oil, and I'm gonna teach you how to make it.
Okay. Grab that.
Okay, so you have everything you've got. So we're going to make the pain balm, and this is from the top 10 oils which you have in your kit. You can see there's a different pain balm recipe there, and that might be something you might want to try in the future. So when we get back to your wellness consult page, I'm going to have you write down these as additional oils that can support you. But for now, we're just going to make the roller bottle real quick. So grab your empty roller bottle. Can you hold it up? So yep. Okay. So that's the 10 milliliter size that I sent you. And then the first thing we do is we put the essential oils in. Okay. So we're going to start with 10 drops of frankincense. Now I tell people they come out at different rates. Some of them, they feel like they're coming out really fast. Sometimes they come out really slow. So you're going to actually, you're not going to do this. You're not going to try and drop it in. You're going to hold it at a 45-degree angle over the roller bottle and let it drip out. And sometimes it can be a little tricky, and you're going to count for 10 drops. Now I always count for 9. Yeah, it came out fast, right? And then you get an extra. Okay. Now the next one you're going to do is deep blue.
Okay.
You're going to do 10 drops.
Is this top different?
Huh?
Why is this top different?
Oh, you know what? They do that because they don't, it's kind of childproof, and they want to make sure that it doesn't leak. I wish all of them were like that, because my kids just open them all up.
So it's 10 drops of this one too?
10, yep, 10 drops deep blue.
Ooh.
And if you spill any, like it gets on your hand, that's okay.
That
We're
smells
gonna
good.
have it, you're gonna have you rub it on the back of your neck, any excess. And then you're gonna do 5 drops lavender and 5 drops peppermint.
Ooh.
Okay. And now you're gonna take that fractionated coconut oil that you got from doTERRA and take the cap off. Now, this is a little tricky. If you didn't get the pump, they do sell, by the way, a pump that you can just put in there, and I feel like it's so easy. So in the next time you order, you might want to grab it. It's only $2. And you're just gonna hold that at an angle, just like your essential oil, but you're gonna kind of squeeze it in. And that can get a little tricky.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you have everything, and now this is the part where you need to put that top on. So you put the top, I would put it down on a hard surface, and then you're gonna just push the top down into it. Sometimes you have to push down and push to the right, and you're probably gonna have a little bit of oil residue on the sides of your bottle, and that's totally normal. So what I would do is shake up the bottle, and then take whatever's on your hands. If it's the pain balm, obviously rub it on your shoulders or somewhere you can benefit. And then when you get off this call, just wipe down the sides of that roller bottle with alcohol. Rubbing alcohol works, witch hazel,
Okay.
even vodka, and it's going to get rid of that oily residue and let it dry. And then you can create your own label for it with a label maker. You can buy these little stickers that they have on doTERRA that say what's in there. A lot of people buy really cute labels at Oil Life or Amazon. You can find a whole bunch, but if it comes down to it, just write what it is on masking tape with a permanent marker and just write pain. But make sure you remember that this is for an adult because it has 40 drops in there. So this wouldn't be something that you would use on your grandchildren. It would be a much higher dilution ratio for them. So if they came and they got hurt, you could always rub your roller bottle in your hand and then just add a little bit of fractionated coconut oil and rub that on their back or something like that.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's get to the page that has your wellness consult. And I want to have, do you want to tear that out or do you want to keep it with, because you're going to be flipping back and forth. You might, it's up to you. Some people like to rip it out so they can reference everything and then they restaple it at the end. There's a health concerns page here on page 8. And this kind of goes through everything that you would normally find in a reference book or on an app. And it's just the most popular health priorities. And then it lists what essential oils are used for those health priorities. Now, when you see these, I don't want you to get overwhelmed and think that you have to go buy everything that's listed. They are listed in terms of popularity first. So what's the most common used for it? And you have a lot of these already in that kit that you got, which is why it's so great that you got that, because they address so many different needs. You'll see on the right-hand side, supplements and other, and you're gonna notice as we're going through, you see lifelong vitality listed a lot. Now, these are doTERRA's #1 seller, and they are actually what got me into doTERRA. I don't know if you remember my story, but I used to have a bladder disease and I was in a lot of pain. I had anxiety, I wasn't sleeping, I was on so many different meds. And this is what completely got rid of my pain and totally changed my mood. And my immune system's never been better. It really is the foundation of health. And I highly recommend every single person give these a chance because there's a money back guarantee. So if you don't notice that you have better mood, less aches and pains, more energy, better sleep after 30 days, you're going to go ahead and return the empty bottles. Now, just so you know, I think in the 5 years I've done this, I've only had one person return them. And this is why they're the #1 seller. So based on the needs that you said, your digestion and your aches and pains and arthritis are going to benefit from this. So I would definitely encourage you to check that out. So on your page, on your wellness consult sheet, where you wrote your digestive health priority, the products that you have in your kit that you can use are the Digescent, the peppermint, and you can see all those right here. So more details on how to use them. You might want to make a note that says read page 3, because it's going to tell you how to use all of these. So the lemon in your water is what you're going to do every day. The digestion is going to help you with any sort of issue that you're having. It helps speed things up. It helps slow things down. It's kind of like what we say is your go-to. Peppermint also helps with reducing bloating and gas and indigestion. And frankincense is absolutely incredible for everything. I recommend everyone just take a drop or 2 under the tongue every single day, because this is the best thing you can do for your health. Now, right here, a lot of this is already listed for you in your daily healthy habits plan. So if you see below, it tells you what you would do if you got the daily healthy habits kit, but this is actually still available to anyone that has doTERRA. You can actually get this kit, and it's got the supplements I was telling you about it. But look and see if there's anything there that applies to you that I'm suggesting. So you might want to circle, take 1 or 2 drops of frankincense under the tongue, because that's going to help you. And in the afternoon, it says add lemon to your water. So there's some notes here as a reminder. Now, the products that are going to help you that you don't have yet, that I highly encourage, are the Lifelong Vitality. So you're going to write that in your wish list products.
Okay.
And Copaiba is another great one for gut health. Terrazyme and PB Assist. Those are the ones I would start with. Now, if you go back and you look at the page that says health concerns, right, your health priorities, and it says digestive support, it lists everything here and then all the supplements here. So you can always circle this on your sheet as a reference to go back to if you run out of room for writing. Now, the other thing you had said was allergies. So that, if you see that right here under health concerns, it lists everything that you can use. Now look, you already have the breathe, the peppermint, the lavender, the lemon, and the tea tree. So the most common recipe for allergies is actually listed on, where is that page? Do you remember seeing that roller bottle? Here we go. Allergy blend. So you can make a roller of the lemon, lavender, peppermint, and you have the option to add breathe. And what you're going to do is you're going to roll this behind the ears and along your forehead. A lot of times people just inhale it. Now just be careful if you're using this, because it has the lemon in it and you go outside, you want to avoid that. But I tell people to do these internally too. So 1 drop of each. So if you want to write that down, you can put it in a veggie cap. Do you remember in the class I had shown you what a veggie cap looks like? Do you remember what it is? You can always add that onto your next order for $4. And this is a kind of an easy way to take the oils internally if you don't like the taste. Because like, I'm a huge wimp when it comes to oils and they make me gag. So I prefer to take veggie cap. But a lot of people just put them in water too. So the lemon, lavender, peppermint, you can put a drop of each in water and just chug it. That's going to really help. But the other thing that you don't have that you can write down is called Tri-Ease. And you'll see that right here under allergies, how it lists everything under supplements. So again, Lifelong Vitality is listed. Tri-Ease, so you can write that under your wish list. And there's a few other, like Breathe drops are great. Those are like our cough drops. They're really great for respiratory and allergies, asthma, that sort of thing. Now, so for your last health concern, which is the aches, pains, and arthritis, this actually is right here on the page too. So the frankincense, so frankincense is the #1 oil. You cannot go wrong with this one. And you're going to be using it daily. So you're going to use that under the tongue. You're going to apply it to any area of pain. We just made you that pain roller. You're gonna roll that on as often as you want, any areas of pain. Now, the lifelong vitality is highly recommended for the arthritis. I have a friend on our team. She actually had childhood arthritis called ankylosing spondylitis, and she has been on some really heavy, hardcore medications like Remicade, and the side effects of those are cancer, and she was never ever feeling better. It would only be like a quick fix. She has taken Lifelong Vitality and she uses everything that's listed here. So these supplements right here is what she uses, and she uses the Deep Blue, which you have, and she's now completely pain-free and off all medications. And so she does get flares from time to time if she overdoes it with like surfing or outdoor activity, but she uses the turmeric and the copaiba along with all these supplements and the oils that you have, and she's never felt better. So definitely give those Lifelong Vitality a try. As you can see, it keeps coming up for everything, but there's a reason for that. Okay. So now I want to show you how to get onto your account. So you're already logged in, and I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording for those of you that are watching, and we're going to get her on her account. Okay, so for the person, the builder that's watching this, I'm always referencing back to my notes behind the scenes. So you're not, I mean, I'm showing you on the computer, but I would have it next to me. And so I'm going over how to order now. So this is where you get your residual income. If you can get them on Lifelong Vitality, that becomes a loyalty order. And this is the #1 seller for a reason. People are going to need it every month. You just showed them the value of what they ordered for themselves, but got them thinking about, oh, maybe I need more. And so this is where you're going to get them onto their account, and I have them do it because people learn best by doing it themselves, and I just walk them through it. Now, some people don't want to deal with the headache of having to figure it out, and if you know that personality type, offer it to them. Say, I would be happy to manage your order for you. We do that for a few people on our team. Just tell me what you need. If that's the type of person you are, I'm happy to help you, because that equals residual income for you. Okay, so we're gonna get our customer onto her page and we will be back. Okay, so we're using Pat's account right now to show you how you would set up a new person's account. It's a little different for them. When they first log in for the first time, they have to enter a code that has been sent to them via text. She's already done that, and she already has an LRP, but this is how you would show them how to make their own. So go ahead, and do you see the difference between create LRP and create one-time order? So the difference in how you order is actually explained in your welcome guide in the back. If you can see that, it's called what we call a wellness box. So I want you to think about this in terms of like, that's what a lot of people are doing these days, is they're having these subscription boxes just show up. They pay $50 a month. Surprises come to them. They're not really sure what it is. Sometimes they get to send back what they don't like. Sometimes they just have to keep everything. Now with doTERRA, this is your wellness box. And the power of this, or the beauty behind it, is that you get to pick what you want in it and you get to feel better from it. So there's no like $50 limit. You just have to place something if you do it this way. And this is what we're calling a loyalty order. And the difference between a loyalty order and a one-time order is all the perks. So just think of it like a frequent flyer program for doTERRA. Anytime you order through a loyalty order, you are earning points back. Your shipping is always going to be reimbursed to you in points. And then if you have an order of 125 PV, which stands for product value, and you do it by the 15th of the month, you get a free product of the month. So this is how you basically get doTERRA dollars back into your account that you can redeem for free stuff in the future. So a one-time order is, you know, kind of like Amazon. You get onto your account, you place your order, it comes. The loyalty rewards order is a monthly order, and you get to go in and pick the date that you want. You get to pick how much you want, and then you can always go back and edit it. So I'm going to teach you how to get that set up. And you're going to click Create New LRP. And this is where you get to pick a date. So you see how some of those dates are in purple and some are in black? The ones that are in purple are telling you that it qualifies for that free product of the month if you place 125. So if you pick one of those dates, which I always recommend to people, try to pick between like the second week of the month so you can kind of see what the specials are, because we don't really know what the free product of the month is going to be until that month. So it gives you time to edit your order. And if you pick a date, for example, that's in black, but you decide you want it early, you can do that. You can process it right away. And if it happens to be 125 and you process it by the 15th, they'll still honor that free oil for you. So go ahead and pick whatever date you think is best for you. Okay, and then scroll down and you're gonna hit, do you see that button down at the bottom? Keep scrolling.
Yeah, right here.
Yep, save date and shop.
Okay.
I'm having, do you see these black bars on your screen? Like boxes?
No.
Oh, I wonder if it's just my screen. Weird. Okay, so there's a couple different ways that you can search for what you want. If you already know, you can type it into that search tool, or you can go by the little shop tab and it shows you single oils, blends, and that sort of thing. So when you look at your wish list from your wellness consult form, do you see anything that stands out to you that you want to try that you don't have? Like the lifelong vitality kept coming up a lot for you. Do you want to give those a chance?
Yeah, I definitely want to try those.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really lose anything, right? Because if they don't work out for you, you could return them. So click on supplements. And if you go to daily vitality, you're going to click on that. Okay, so this is what's pretty cool about the Vitality. So right now, unfortunately, the sachets are out of stock, but you can have them pre-dosed in these little plastic wraps. So for people who are busy and they just need all the extra steps to help them take the supplements, I recommend this. The cost is like just a few dollars more, but the bottles, it's a trio. And so this is going to replace any vitamins that you're taking now. It's your whole food vitamin. It's your omegas. It's filled with antioxidants. You don't have to take a multivitamin or fish oil in addition to this. This is taking care of all your needs. Now, what's different about this than what's on the market is that they have essential oils in them that are going to reduce the inflammation and work on that gut and brain health. But they also have been tested for heavy metals in the fish, so you don't have to worry about that. They're top of the line, and they're the only vitamin I've ever taken in my whole life that I actually know it's working, because you feel it, right? So go ahead and click add, and then it's going to give you this option to add other supplements at a reduced cost. So this is where you save money, and I'm glad that you took the time to get on with me, because this, a lot of times people don't do this and then they're paying more and they didn't need to. So you have the option to add the pack only by clicking that purple button, or you can add up to 3 different supplements at only like about $20 each. And you can see the difference in cost right there. They're showing you the savings. So if you have somebody in your house who's looking for a really good multivitamin and a fish oil, that's where you would add the Microplex and the XC Omega. You don't need these because they're already in your Vitality Pack. Now, you had said that your health goal was digestion. So one of the things that comes up for that and for allergies is PB Assist. That's your probiotic and your prebiotic. Do you want to try that one?
Sure. I'd like
Okay,
to
so click quantity 1.
Okay.
Now see that arrow? You're going to click on that to scroll. And if you have children, small children in the house, so I actually get the kids kit for them. This is their vitamins and their omegas. The omegas taste like wild orange. A lot of people make a salad dressing with them. If you have anyone in the house that can't swallow very well and you want to make sure that they get really good vitamin, you can get them the chewable. It doesn't have to be a kid. It can be an adult who has issues with swallowing. It's totally fine. I know people that do that. Now, the deep blue also came up for you with the arthritis, aches and pains. Are you feeling like, are you going to be okay taking, I have to ask this, are you going to be cool with taking all these supplements? Because some people get really like, this seems like a lot. And if you're going to order them and not take them, I'd rather you not and just ease in. Are you comfortable taking supplements?
Oh, I've had to take so many with my issues that I'm used to
Okay.
taking.
Cool. All right. That's why I ask. I just want to make sure that we're doing what's best for you, not what, like, you know, sometimes people say this is what you need to do, but if it's not your personality type, then let's just work with what makes sense to you. So the deep blue is another option for you. You can always add that by just clicking quantity 1. You can see that you're getting it for $20 instead of the $59 amount. So it's a huge savings. And then if you scroll that arrow, there's one more I want to point out to you for your needs. It's the, you know what, it's out of stock. It's the TerraZyme. And normally the TerraZyme would be showing up right there, and that's highly recommended for gut health because it's a whole food enzyme. And what it does is it just breaks down all that fermented food that's just like sitting in our gut and creating inflammation and chronic disease and all that. So when that gets back in stock, definitely make a note on your sheet to try TerraZyme. But for now, I think that would be a great place to start. So just hit continue. And you'll see everything add to your cart. Okay, so do you see over here, they're calling it a bag instead of a cart. Up in the top right-hand corner, it shows 3. Can you click on review order?
A little slow here.
Yeah. Okay, so if you scroll down, a little bit higher so I can see what you're doing here. Okay, so it's showing you that you got the Lifelong Vitality Pack and that the PB Assist, which is your probiotic, and your Deep Blue, which is what you're using for your aches and pains, have been added as a promo price. So this is not their normal prices. So if you're confused by that, it's attached to the kit. Now, we want to add a few more things to get you to that 125 PV, so you can get that free product of the month. So if you look back on your sheet, some of the products that you don't have that were recommended for your digestion, can you list some of those off your wish list for me?
Copaiba.
Okay, so I'm going to have you add it a different way. This is just pretty easy. So if you see that quick add button right there, type in, click in, and just, if you can't spell Copaiba, just type in C-O-B and hit enter. See how it detects it for you? It's pretty great. Now, if you want the oil, which I recommend because you can use it topically and internally, I would take the oil. But if you're somebody who's like, nope, I'd rather take a pill, that's where the soft gels come in handy. Which one do you think would make more sense for your personality?
You know, I'm good with both of them, so it's hard to decide.
I think it's more cost effective to get the oil. So I would get the 15 milliliter.
Because I can do more with that, right?
Yeah, you can do more with that. You can take it internally, you can diffuse it, and you can use it topically. So that's $35. So now, do you see on the right-hand side, it shows that your PV is at 115?
Yes.
Okay, so if you want that free product of the month at 125, then we just have to add maybe like one more thing to get you there. What are some other things that showed up for? So we have the aches and pains. I feel like we've really dealt with the digestion and the aches and pains. For the allergies, did you want to try the Tri-Ease?
Yeah.
Was something else that you were interested in?
You mentioned those veggie caps to put the stuff in.
Oh, yes, yes. So type in veggie or veg, V-E-G. Now those are, scroll down. Is it showing up? There they are. See them? Scroll down a little bit more. You'll see veggie caps, 160.
Yeah, right here.
So add that. Now you'll see that they're only $4, but they're actually 0 PV. So they don't get you towards your goal of 125.
Okay.
There's only a few things that they have like that. I would recommend like lemon. You're going to go through a lot of lemon. If you want a bigger bottle of lemon, that would be a nice thing to add. If you want to try the Tri-Ease soft gels for the allergies, you can do that. Another thing that you could try for your digestion is something called Tamer. And it's actually from the kids kit, and it's a roll-on, and it smells really great. It smells like spearmint. I personally just love using it on my head for tension or just like wake my body up. You live in Florida. that would be a good one to roll in the back of your neck to keep you cool, and it's just a good refresher. So if you wanted to try that as another way to support your digestion, you could always try that roll-on.
That sounds interesting. What's it
Okay,
called?
it's called Tamer. So type in Tamer, Tamer. Yep, and then click on that. Okay, so that gets you exactly 130 PV, and that gets you that free product. So if you scroll down, do you see that the free product was added?
No, because I already got it.
Not yet. Okay, click proceed to checkout. Let's see if it shows up then.
I don't believe it's going to because I already got it.
Oh, okay. Well, normally, yeah. So in this case, it's not showing, yeah, because you have already processed your LRP. Okay, so it would show up right there underneath saying free product. This month is free fennel. And then I would tell people, if you want this right away, let's just go ahead and click process now. And that is how you get on your account. Okay, so do you have any questions about the loyalty order? I know it's very confusing, so please reach out as stuff comes up. But right now, do you feel like you have any questions?
No, I don't. I'm
Okay,
good.
so after this processes, which either it processes on the date you chose, or if you forced it through and it processes now, I tell people to go back in and delete the things that you're not going to need again next month. So you're going to want the lifelong vitality again next month, but you're not going to need another copaiba or another tamer. So I just go back in, you exit out, and then you hit save, and then you make a little reminder to check back in. I will text you at the beginning of every month and share what the promo is, and that's usually a reminder a lot of people. But you will get a text message too from doTERRA reminding you of your order, as well as an email. So just make sure that information is up to date in your account profile, which is on the top right hand corner of your screen. Okay, so I'm going to have you exit out of there. Okay, so I'm going to take you back to your welcome guide now that you know how to order, and there's some really great pages in here. A lot of times people will come to me and they'll say, wait, I thank you so much for walking me through that, but I'm not going to remember this. That's totally okay. The reminder on the 2 different ways are there. Reach out to me. I'm going to help you. I'm here. I can even help you manage your order the first 3 months. I do that for people. Would you like me to help you with your order the first 3 months? Or do
Yeah,
you
that
feel
would
like
be helpful.
Okay, so I'll just connect with you every month and send a little, I have a note here when your LRP goes, I have a way of seeing that, and I'll just make sure that we touch base and I check in with you to see how you're feeling and if there's anything I can help you with. This reminds you here on the how to order page, but right here, a lot of times people come to me and they're like, what should I get for digestive? This is a sample of some different things that you can get in future orders. So definitely check out these pages because this applies to you for sure. See how they say digestive and there's pain. I definitely recommend the Daily Healthy Habits Kit. That's right there. You can get that for $185. And then there's stuff for sleep, emotional health, and so forth and so on. So I'm going to actually get to the last page so we can finish up here. But I just want to let you know that if you want to get free stuff, this is how. So you can get some friends together. I know that right now with it being summer and then there's a pandemic, so we can't really go anywhere. You can gather your friends and we can do a virtual class online. And if your friends want to get started with oils as me as their mentor, as their oil guide, then I'm going to give you free gifts as a thank you for connecting me with these people. The other thing that I wanted to let you know about is that now that you have your oils, you're going to find that a lot of your friends and family are going to start coming to you and they're going to ask you questions. They might even be curious about what you're using, and they might ask you to order them a few things. So if they are looking to try essential oils, it's because obviously they are in need of something and they have solutions that they need help with. And I would absolutely love it if you could connect us so I can give them the support that they need and answer any of their questions. That takes it off of you, so you don't have to deal with it. And then you don't have to think about, is this safe? Am I telling them the right thing? That's what I'm here for. And I'm going to give you a thank you gift for anyone that you connect with me. Even if they don't decide to get anything, I'm still going to give you a thank you just for thinking of me, because my business runs on word of mouth. So um, thank you gifts are how I like to love on people. And the last thing is, if this is something that's interesting you, and you're like, you know what, this seems easy. I want to help people. I'm passionate about things. You and I can set up a time to talk to you about how you can build a financial pipeline. This has been such a gift to me. I used to be a teacher, and when I moved to Colorado, I looked at going back, and then I realized that the cost of daycare was going to be more than I was making as a teacher, and it just did not make sense for the quality of life and the stress that I was going to be under. So this has not only been a gift for my health, but for my family, because now I can work from home. Now, granted, I am in a closet right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sitting in a closet. I have a babysitter downstairs. This has become our office because my husband is working from home in our bedroom. The pandemic has definitely made for things to be very interesting, but I will tell you this, I would never go back to working for someone else. So if you're interested in just getting your products paid for, or if this is something you're like, that sounds amazing, teach me how, we can set up a phone call. So of the three right now, where do you feel like you stand? What interests you the most?
So if I have an online class, I get free gifts. That sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want, we'll talk about it. I will get some dates after I get off here. I'm going to check my calendar. I'll explain more, and we can get some dates picked out. It's super easy. An online class is definitely the way to go. All you have to do is invite your friends. I do all the work and you get free stuff. So that sounds good to you?
Yeah, I'll have some
Okay.
free.
Awesome. All right. Well, in the future, if as you're using the oils, if you start to be like, you know what, I definitely am thinking that I need to get my products paid for and I'm passionate about this, reach out to me, because that's how I got started. I never thought I'd be doing this business. And then a year in, I'm like, I kind of am doing the business, just not getting paid for it. I'm telling everyone about it. I should probably give this a chance. So I am so grateful for your business. And I just wanted to thank you so much for your time. And please reach out. You have my info now. And I am here to help you. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.